All right, if you're a Kent Business College marketing apprentice, listen up. I want you to picture your final assessment, right? Think of it like one of those intense cooking shows. Today, we're going to give you this secret recipe for the one dish you have to get perfect. It's called Behaviour B3, and trust me, by the end of this, you'll have the exact blueprint to ace it.
So, what's the secret ingredient to passing your EPA? I mean, if it's a cooking competition, what's that one signature dish you just have to nail? Look, it's not just some boring standard you need to tick off a list. It's Behaviour B3. And if you can master this, you're absolutely going to wow the judges. Okay, so like any great recipe, you've got to know your ingredients first, right? So let's dive in and break down exactly what Behaviour B3 is all about.
And there it is, right from the official standard. Behaviour 3 is all about having a creative and analytical mind with a willingness to think of new ways of doing things. Now, the really important part here, and we're going to come back to this again and again, is that it's not about being creative or analytical. It's about that powerful mix of both together.
So let's break this down a bit. You've got these two key ingredients. On one side, you have that creative mind. The part that's all about thinking outside the box, coming up with those wild, imaginative ideas, and really challenging the status quo. But then on the other side, you've got the analytical mind. This is your data guru, the part that evaluates trends, measures results, and makes those really smart, informed decisions. Being great at B3 means you're the master chef who can do both perfectly.
I love this analogy. Think about it like a jazz musician, right? A truly great one doesn't just get up there and hit random notes. Nope, they spend years mastering the theory, the scales, the chords, all that structure. That's the analytical work. And it's that deep foundational knowledge that gives them the freedom to then just brilliantly improvise and create something totally new. For us in marketing, our data, that's our music theory.
All right, so we get the ingredients, we know what they are, but how do we actually cook with them? This next part is the chef's method. We're going to look at how you can develop B3 right there in the workplace. This is the really practical how-to section. So here's your 5-step method. It's pretty straightforward. Step 1, you gotta encourage idea generation. Get those brainstorming sessions going. Use mind maps, whatever it takes to unlock new ideas. Step 2, analyze the data. Really get your hands dirty with tools like Google Analytics or customer surveys. Find those little nuggets of insight. 3, test and iterate. Don't just launch a huge campaign. Run a little A/B test first, see what works. 4, balance innovation with practicality. This is a big one. Your amazing creative ideas still have to line up with the business goals. And finally, step 5, be a lifelong learner. You gotta stay on top of the latest marketing tools and trends because the stuff changes fast. So this is the big question, isn't it? How do you actually turn raw data into a brilliant campaign idea? It's one thing to stare at a spreadsheet full of numbers. It's a completely different thing to find the killer campaign idea that's hiding in there. And that is the real magic of B3. It's about finding the story, the opportunity, that little human insight that's buried in the data. So, okay, how do you get better at this? You gotta practice. Think of these as your kitchen exercises. For example, why not try designing a campaign using some fictional data? Or even better, analyze some real customer feedback and see if you can find a hidden opportunity. Or try this. Give yourself 10 minutes to brainstorm 10 solutions to a common marketing problem. And a really good one is to practice presenting a case for a creative new social media idea, but lead with the data that proves it's a good move.
Okay, let's talk about plating. Because it's not enough to cook an amazing dish, right? In a competition, you have to present it perfectly. For you, that means plating your evidence and showcasing your skills for APTM. So just think of your APTM portfolio as your menu. It's that simple. Every single piece of evidence you upload is a dish that you're serving up. And you gotta make sure each dish on that menu clearly shows off your B3 skills, that perfect blend of creative and analytical. So, what kind of evidence are we talking about here? What should be on your menu? Well, first up, your creative campaigns. But, and this is super important, it's non-negotiable, you have to show the data that proves they worked. Next, data analysis reports. Show how you took raw numbers and turned them into real actionable insights. Also, your testing results. Document those A/B tests and explain why you made the choices you did based on the feedback. And finally, your reflective journals are gold. Use them to explain your whole thought process, connecting the dots between your creative solutions and what the data was telling you. And honestly, this quote right here just nails it.
Assessors are looking for the whole story. They don't just want to see a cool creative idea, that's not enough. They need to see how that idea was tested, how it was adapted, and how you refined it based on real analysis and results. It's all about showing that complete feedback loop.
Okay, we're at the final course. You've done the hard work in the kitchen, you've plated your evidence perfectly, now it's showtime. It's time to serve it up to the EPA judge and just knock those questions out of the park.
Think of this table as your secret weapon, your cheat sheet for the EPA. So, look, when they ask you, describe a time you used a creative approach, don't just talk about the cool idea. You need a structure. Start with the problem, explain your solution, and then, this is crucial, back it up with the data and the results. If they ask, how do you make sure your ideas are effective, you talk about your process. Brainstorming, research, testing, analyzing. Be ready to pull up an actual example from your portfolio and walk them through it A to Z.
So just remember, it's always these two things. Always. Every single answer you give has to connect the creative spark with the analytical proof. It's never, ever one without the other. They go together. And really, that's the big takeaway here. It's not a one-way street. It's this powerful cycle. See, your best ideas are born from data, and your best data comes from testing those new ideas. It feeds itself. Your analysis sparks creativity, and your creativity gives you new things to analyze. Once you master that loop, you've absolutely mastered B3. So I'll leave you with this question. What's the first creative idea you're gonna test and measure this week? Don't just listen to this and forget about it. Put this recipe into action. Think of one small creative thing you can try at work, and just as importantly, figure out how you're gonna measure its impact. Go on, start building that evidence right now.